Hello, friends. Welcome to today's broadcast on excellent culture. Our topic today is Say No. Do you know that there are people that find it a great challenge to say no to others? People like these are those that are so worried about making other people unhappy or offended because of their no. The implication of this is that such people end up with too many things than they are comfortable with. Saying no is one liberty that we all have. The Bible tells us in Matthew chapter 5 verse 37 that we should let our communication be either yea or nay. That simply means we have the liberty to say no. The goal, however, is to learn to say no without feeling bad about it and without offending the other person. We must realize that saying yes always do come with its consequences. If all we do is to say yes to everyone and everything, then we will end up overcrowding our lives and our agenda with all manner of responsibilities, all at the expense of those things that do really matters. And this, I tell you, can bring us under constant pressure, making us utterly miserable, burnt out, and unhappy. In an ideal world, we want to say yes to everyone, sure. But this is not an ideal world. This is not a perfect world. So, saying yes all the time is not the way to go. So, we must learn, therefore, to say no. Otherwise, we will always be at the passenger seat of our life instead of being the driver. When you say no, you take control of your time. You take control of what goes into your day. And that's what it takes to be in the driver's seat of your life. There are certain reasons why saying no can be a bit tough for many people. One is because we are afraid of being rude. We are afraid that if we say no, we will be regarded as being rude. Many of us were brought up with the belief that saying no, especially to older people, is rude. We grew up in cultures where disagreement is seen as defiance. Another reason why we don't say no is due to our desire to conform. We want to be a positive and a well-liked person. We don't want to be seen or labeled as difficult, so we end up saying yes all the time. Also, fear of conflict is another reason why we don't say no. We sometimes are afraid that the person may get unhappy if he or she is rejected, which may lead to an ugly confrontation. Of course, fear of lost opportunity can also make us to say yes to everything. We get worried that saying no may mean closing the door to a new opportunity. And finally, a desire to help also contributes to our inability to say no. Deep down, we want to help someone, so we say yes even when we know we don't really have what it takes. Friends, you see, saying no doesn't mean you are being rude. Neither does it mean that you are being disagreeable. Having an opinion is part of being an individual. If we say yes all the time to things that we don't want to do, we will end up doing only the things that others want us to do, not the major things that we ought to be doing. Saying no doesn't mean you are creating conflict either. It is about asserting your needs and boundaries. If we don't assert ourselves, people will end up assuming that we are okay with everything when truly we are not. Also, saying no doesn't mean a loss of opportunity. It's more important to say yes to the right thing and the right opportunity than saying yes to everything, even including things that are irrelevant to us. And of course, we may have the desire to help, but the reality is that you can't meet everybody's need. So we must know and accept where our capacity ends. We are not El Shaddai. And according to one of my mentors, he said, if we try to play the El Shaddai, then we shall die. So ultimately, it's our right to say no. Every yes comes with its costs, the commitment, the time, and the effort to honor the request. While the cost may be small for each yes, little trickles of yeses over a long time will eventually deviate us from our ultimate goal. So, when it comes to saying no, our aim should be how to say no effectively and how to say no tactfully. These are the things we will be looking into when next we meet. Thank you so much for listening to this broadcast. Until I come your way again, please keep excelling. God bless you.